Hello everyone and welcome to Pasture Perspective for the 4th of January 2014. We are discussing the episode Ponyville Rarity Takes Manehatten. Joining me are MadSurge.
Hello.
NickOnimura.
Hey.
And Pseudonym.
Hello.
Now, let's give our thoughts on the episode. What do you guys think, and girls?
I thought it was a really good episode, but I don't really have that much to say about it. Really straightforward.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem here. This is basically a fairly straightforward episode. The thing is, there's not really much to discuss. Rarity is Rarity. Tabitha's acting was great as usual. I got some nice friendship moments. I liked some of the lamp shading on, suddenly bursting into song and...
Yeah, that part was great. Rainbow Dash in this episode was really good.
Yeah.
Hey, Rainbow Dash.
Applejack, I'm the one who's supposed to be an asshole.
They sure went out of their way for some reason to reference the elements. Don't know why, or if it'll have any influence on the plot or supposed season arc, or the little rainbow spool at the end, whether it will have any influence as well. It does shine a bit.
I think someone said that that someone confirmed that it was relevant to the keys or something like that, or relevant at least that it will come back in some capacity. Oh, speaking of which, how did I forget this? Rarity is going away. I forgot about that. She's going to be staying in Manhattan for whatever length of time.
I don't think that's really going to happen. Just the length of cartoon time could be just one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would still mean that the next episode would have, would it had in some capacity have Rarity not in it, or at least she wouldn't be there until it was actually a plot point that she wasn't there. Though I was thinking that wouldn't it not really take that long for Rarity to make dresses for the play or whatever, considering she's a really talented dressmaker, and how many copies of this dress do you need for this play? You know what I mean?
I think she made the what were they called? The Sapphire Shores dresses. I think those were made pretty quickly.
Yeah. I think part of this is just me having had experience in theater productions, a theater production before, and not really by choice. I had one of the things I was assigned was tech theater, and I was like, oh, a theater of technology. No, it's the technology of theater, as in sweep up behind stage, move this stuff. Hey, everyone, hurry up, do all this, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, teacher. The entire class cheered me telling you to give us half a minute.
So would you say the episode reminded you of that?
Not until right now. What I'm getting at is you really only need one copy of each costume.
Yeah, because you basically re-wear that multiple times.
Yeah. And, the costumes are kind of already done if they went to a private screening of it.
That could be some future costumes that were for future shows going to be done. But still, if they can be done pretty quickly, then she won't be absent from the episodes.
Yeah. I just want to make a point real quick that this is what I want to talk about most from this episode is Rarity is not going to be in Ponyville. That's kind of brought up near the very end of the episode, and that's the only non-straightforward part of it, really.
But now she has an employee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she gave the job to that assistant.
I wonder if that's going to actually be a thing now. We'll see her around in Ponyville and stuff. Would be kind of good if they shake it up a bit. Actually introduce some real continuity instead of just giving glimpses of it but never going through with it. We got to see a lot more of Manehatten now, in contrast to NickOnimura Chronicles, where we just saw a little bit of it, not even that much.
Yeah.
Kind of resembles New York way more now than it did in NickOnimura Chronicles. More modern design as we're usually used to in the show.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it's more like a 30s, 40s, or 50s, 60s design.
Yeah, I like how they didn't just make everything, like, blatantly modern and stuff.
Well, they had some constraint in it, made it... I actually do like it when they try to experiment with that and, like, make it, how shall I put this, fit the world. Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I like that they didn't just go whole hog, this is the 30s, or this is the 10s, or whatever. Like, they seem to actually think about how does this fit in with this world? Like, not as in, how does this fit into realistically a world of talking horses, but more like, how does this fit into the show? Like, would this actually be kind of cool to have in there? This mix of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nice that it's not everything is modern or everything is medieval or and at the same time not everything is just slapdash. Like there's different places where, like, Ponyville is a kind of a rural area, but then Cloudsdale is more Greek kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and then
ancient
Canterlot
Greek-ish.
And then Canterlot is like really fancy looking.
Canterlot is more like a stereotypical fantasy castle, I guess. Something Disney-esque, so to speak.
Yeah. And like it's nice that it's all kind of thought out in that way. And like Appaloosa is the Wild West or whatever.
Or Dodge Junction as well.
Yeah.
It is kind of an interesting little how shall I put it? A mix, I guess. It's an interesting little mix between modern, semi-modern, medieval, fantasy, and ancient.
Yeah, it has, like, it's some nice variation. It's not just the same thing over and over again, which is a thing that a lot of shows struggle with, where it finds its groove and it just sticks with it until its groove completely dies from being overused. Like this, with no variations or anything. That's like a problem I found with Just Cause 2 is like you just blow up stuff and it's fun to begin with, and the different things you can do, the different missions and whatever really break it up. But by the time you're done with all that, it's just you blow stuff up over and over again. It kind of loses its charm.
I guess we could go back to the list and touch upon the pacing of the episode. I'd say I felt it kind of fast-paced, honestly. I was kind of surprised that we already got to the end. Just felt like it started.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's really like the previous season where it just builds up to something and then they like solve it quickly. But I did feel it was a bit more fast-paced. Whether good or bad is debatable, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure if, like, it really went too fast for my taste. I like the episode overall. I think it's probably the strongest episode that Dave Polsky has written so far.
Yeah, I would put it up there with Too Many Pinkie Pies.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that was one of his. Yeah, it's definitely up there with that one. So I lost my train of thought. Oh well, this is why we have editing.
I guess we should look back at the list. Character development. Anything to say on that subject?
I liked that they made the generosity a flaw
Yeah, that's an interesting way to view it.
Yeah.
Being too generous to the point of it being a flaw. We kind of had an antagonist in this episode, though. She really didn't do much other than abuse Rarity's generosity.
She,
And
like one person called...
Well, being a jerk is kind of expected in this show.
One person called her basically the silver spoon of, like, Rarity's version of Silver Spoon.
Well, I guess you could consider it that. What are people's thoughts on the song? Now, the song reminds me to some extent to Art of the Dress, due to having the basic setup and having the reprise, which is sad and negative compared to the more positive and upbeat setup, complete with Rarity singing in the also dreary rain. Well, it's a very effective thing. We brought up the rainbow spool, and I remembered that when she sees the empty seats, her eyes kind of light up with a rainbow, which, I don't know, might be connected. Other than that, I'd say this is a pretty solid episode. Pretty good as far as Polsky is concerned.
Since I saw Polsky's name at the opening, I was expecting the standard controversy, but it ended up as something much better.
Yeah. So to be honest, there really wasn't much controversy as far as daring doubt outside of quality discussion. Polsky's episodes tend to attract a more different kind of controversy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've had I've had a couple of people who are really generally vocal about how much they dislike the newer episodes. I've had a couple of them say that they really like this episode.
Well, that's nice to hear. Personally, I think the season has so far been pretty strong. There is a bit of a feeling of the episode of the season being weird, kind of out of place in some cases. But until we see the whole thing from start to finish, we really can't determine that.
Yeah,
so
like
far,
I felt kind of weird about the setup for bats. Like I loved Flutter Bat, but the setup just kind of felt like there wasn't enough focus on how the fruit bats actually affected AJ.
Yeah, I think here, as far as setup and completion goes, it kind of feels more organic and fluid. There isn't really a kind of from here to here is this part of the episode, from here to here is that part of the episode. It does go into one into the other.
Yeah, and I really like that. I think that's one of the reasons I had a hard time thinking of anything to say about the episode, is just because it kind of flows so naturally that nothing felt really too weird or whatever.
There's no really off elements that you can just focus on and say, well, this was like this or that was like that. It's overall a good episode, and from start to finish you enjoy yourself. And
hi, I'm late.
Well, we just have a late arrival to our little show. Our good friend Fighting Dreamer.
I'm sorry. I just got back from my movie. How long you guys been doing this?
I'm not sure, actually.
Oh. You kind of came in right at the end when he was signing off.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, let's say your thoughts now that you're here, and
then we can just go back into
we can discuss it a bit more, and then we'll hang it up and
go back into the hangout area or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I really liked it. I need to rewatch it. But I thought it was pretty damn good, and I liked I liked Song a lot. Tabitha fucking nailed it again with her performance.
Tabitha always nails it. She is an amazing actress.
Yes. And
especially when she makes those little Rarity noises.
Yes, those are... I don't know if she gets any fucking direction for those, but oh my god. Why are you guys muting?
Probably not to interfere with the recording.
Yeah, I have a pretty bad cough.
I'm sorry. Anyway, and I liked how the story went through some different places than you initially thought it was going to be. Like, I thought the whole rivalry thing was going to take up a lot more time than it did. I thought they were. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That, I didn't think that they were going to take so much time just to set that up. But it was well paced in that way, I thought.
Yeah. We were just discussing that the pacing, basically the episode from start to finish flows very organically, and there's not really a moment where you can say that the pacing really slowed down or that it felt off. I felt it was a little bit faster paced, but overall it didn't affect the episode in a negative way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I thought. And I really loved that ending. I thought that was one of the best endings we've had in a few episodes.
Yeah, the ending was really, really nice.
So, what do we think about the whole flashing rainbow lights thing? I was thinking it was just friendship symbolism, but everyone's like, no, it's a fucking key. And I'm like, really? Okay. That's not what I got from it.
My idea is that we have brought it up that it might have meaning, but I'm thinking it's more supposed to be like symbolism of friendship. I mean, it's similar to the way her eyes light up. I just brought that up before you came. How her eyes light up when she sees that her friends aren't there for the fashion show. Yeah.
And I wonder...
Because, as the show kind of sarcastically remarked, friendship is magic.
I think I missed that line the first time around, but then everybody was quoting it, and I was like, oh, they did a lampshade of that, too.
Well, there was a pony actually wearing a lampshade.
Yeah.
Pony fashion is complete garbage. Like,
well, about that.
You don't get it. It's avant-garde. Haute couture.
Yeah. Hotel chic, I think was.
Yes.
About that.
Yes.
About that spool of thread, there was a tweet from Megan about that. Although she could just be trolling us.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Basically, the thing is here that until the season ends, anything we speculate here could easily be wrong or right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and just say I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I really liked it, and I can't wait to rewatch it.
Yep. And then people will hear us talk about all this, hopefully. Well.
Yep. All right, that's good enough for me.
Because we've all exhausted all avenues of discussion. So, this is today's Pasture Perspective. Signing off. I was Tailspin, your host, and goodbye.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
Woo!